What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Tonight we're diving right back in where we left off with Horizon Forbidden West. I don't really have anything else to say. Let's just get into it. Let's just play the game we came here to play. All right. Let's see if we actually. I don't feel like we've actually explored the Forbidden West yet. I feel like we've been on the outskirts of the Forbidden West, but it's out there in the distance, and we still haven't actually gotten to it. So I've been waiting. Like, I feel like there should be a momentous moment, like a moment of intentional experience where the game like tells you, hey, you've reached it. You're in the Forbidden West. And I don't feel like we've had that yet. Hello. Yeah, that's right. The last time we were here, we got we helped heal their god.
Part of its programming, maybe.
Right, because they couldn't figure out how to heal it. They thought they had the means to heal it with like prayer, but it wasn't working. So then Aloy, however she pronounces it, healed it for them. They were like, "Oh my God, you're the one. You were the intended one." And now they sent me out on a quest to go heal all of their god machines. Maybe they have some new. I do need 2 of those because I don't have any. Maybe they have some new weapons or something. Oh, I guess I did have 2. Never mind. The water buyback, nothing. Nothing.
May the hunt bring you reward.
May the hunt tell you to shut the hell up. I got her. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's your week been? Hopefully everything's going well. Everybody's doing okay. Everybody's doing well and everything's going okay. I still find it strange that like 10 hours, 12 hours into the game, we still only have 1 piece of armor that we found. What are we wearing right now? We're wearing this one. We haven't upgraded it at all. What the heck? So bad at upgrading things in games, guys. I'm not a gamer at all, just to let you know. You know, I was reflecting on things. Hey, Mr. Board Games, welcome to the stream. I was just thinking about this earlier today. I don't know why it came to my mind. I think I had like a Facebook memory that popped up, and it was like a picture I took when I got the email from Facebook saying that I reached Facebook affiliate. And like, I was so proud of myself because I reached affiliate status, or not Facebook affiliate, Twitch affiliate, but I posted a screenshot of it on Facebook. That's what we're talking about. And I was like so proud of myself because people said like on average it takes like months to get to affiliate, like 6 months. And like, I reached affiliate status within like a month of starting my stream channel. And I have no idea how. And like, looking back, I was like so eager at the time, and I was like, yeah, we could actually make this channel into a thing and like become like a partner, like build the channel up. I think getting rid of the VR gaming like killed it, like killed the momentum instantly. Like, when I was playing VR, like people were coming every night, like, oh, this is so cool watching it. Like, I've never seen a VR game before. That's a cool experience. It's awesome. Then like, as soon as I got rid of streaming VR, it was like, now you're just another guy playing all the games everybody else plays. What the heck?
Yes. Saw them just today running southwest, likely.
But I was proud of myself back then when I got that affiliate status, like in the first month. I was super stoked.
Poor Utaro girl, whoever she is.
What that brings me to is like what I was thinking about earlier. I really don't know what these people are talking about.
You've just helped me find an old friend. Thanks.
Don't need your thanks.
What that brought to my mind, just need to do the new VR. Yeah, so there's a lot of problems with that idea. So, what that brought to my mind initially was like, man, this channel's been going for like 3 years now, and frankly, and I've said this forever, like, I only do it for fun. Like, I've always just seen this channel as like a fun thing to do, because I just do it when I'm playing anyway, and like the only times I play are when I'm streaming, like the 2 nights a week. Man, she's talking a lot tonight.
Find an old friend. See what she's doing out here, and maybe explore a little.
All right, I don't want to keep talking over her, even though she seems to want to talk for like 10 minutes straight. No, like, I've always said from the very beginning that like I only started this channel to like have fun. I figured if I'm going to be playing games anyway, I might as well stream while I'm doing it, and it was mostly just to learn a new skill, to like learn how streaming is done. But now it's like I don't play nearly as much as I used to. Back when I first started the channel, I played like almost every night of the week, at least like 5 nights of the week. Now I've gotten so busy with other things that I play like 2 times a week. And frankly, like right now, and this is going to connect to what you were saying about like playing on the new PlayStation VR headset. Technically, I kind of feel somewhat irresponsible being on right now playing, because things have come to a head with my employer. And we had a conversation, a very candid conversation on Friday. And she was like, you're essentially being let go. We're giving you 60 days to maintain employment here, so you have like time to, you know, get your things together and like find another place to work instead of just like finding yourself unemployed on a moment's notice. So that's very, very kind of them. But at the same time, I'm like sitting here trying to be like, okay, I need stress relief. I need to get on here and like play a game for a little bit to relieve stress. So as I'm here, I'm like, I should probably like be brushing up my resume and like applying to jobs right now. Like, this is probably not the best use of my time, but someone has to relax occasionally, you know?
You better be ready for a fight. A group of Tanakh set up camp near there. Machine riders. Word is they're not friendly.
I'll be careful.
It's very generous of them. Yeah, it was a pretty cool conversation. Like,
Awfully close to.
man, I get in all kinds of side quests here.
I should take a look when I can.
So, like, my mindset on it was 2 things. One is they did it, and I want to say under the guise of, but maybe it's legitimate. But, like, they did it as a, and I've heard of this before. I've never been on one myself, but I've heard a lot of people in sales have this, called a performance improvement plan. And they're like, we're going to put you on a 60-day performance improvement plan. Know that anytime within these 60 days, we can terminate the employment as we see fit. We're going to put you on a performance improvement plan and give you all of these lists of things we want you to reach out to us and do every single day as an attempt to improve your performance. Never in this conversation did they say, if your improvement actually happens in 60 days, you can keep your employment. So I've just kind of taken it upon myself to infer that, like, they're using that as an excuse to let me keep my job for 60 days. Some people have told me, well, why don't you just double down, buckle down, like really learn the job, get really good at it in the next 60 days, and maybe it will turn around. You'll not only succeed from that point on and be happier with the job, but you'll be able to keep your employment and keep your 10-year employment with the company going. And other people have been like, yeah, that's just like PIP is essentially just a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a formality, really. It's like the step before they officially terminate you to get you a chance to like get your affairs in order and find another place of employment and stuff. So like I've heard 2 different viewpoints on it from different people I've spoke to. Some of them seemed kind of hopeful and they were like, well, that just means that they want you to get better and they're taking the time to try and give you one last opportunity to improve your work ethic and your results and your sales role. And then other people are like, no, that's really just a formality, like you're done as far as they're concerned. And I'm like, oh, okay, so now I have to ask myself for the next 60 days, do I just, you know, quiet quit as they call it, or do I actually come in and try and like make the best of it and be like, maybe if I turn things around, like this could be a good thing. This could end up making me like better at my job, in turn make me more financially successful. But if I do that and I put that extra effort in and the extra work in and like push myself and like stress out like crazy, hoping that like if I do this for 60 days, I keep my job, and then 60 days turns around and I still lose it, frankly, I'd be kind of pissed. I'm like, what the hell? I worked my ass off for 60 days and I actually saw improvement. You're gonna turn around and still fire me? What? So I think what I've chosen to do subconsciously and somewhat consciously is just agree in my head that it is a termination notice and just treat it as such. Why is this thing not dying? Holy shit. Ugh. But the reason I bring that up is because I kind of had the same mindset as you, and I was like super excited about the PlayStation VR 2 coming out, and I was like, man, we can bring the channel back to VR again. we can like try and get that big insurgence of viewers and like maybe build the channel up. But now because of that news, I feel like it would be highly irresponsible of me to spend that kind of money right now. I'm like, that's a $600 expense right after I've been told I'm probably losing my job in 60 days. We call those last chance agreements. It's necessary for the company to help show the state that they did not just fire at will. Yeah. That's kind of the mindset a lot of people have had when I've told them about it. They're like, yeah, they're just covering themselves so they don't just fire you on the spot with no advance notice or anything like that. I hear you. The problem is, at this point, the only employment history I have on my resume, since like you usually only go back 10 years, is with this company. And the most recent employment history with this company being sales. Like the only jobs I'm getting any kind of feedback or interest in are sales jobs. And with this being my most recent experience of employment and failing at it, essentially, I feel like I have no interest in doing another sales job. I'm like, obviously it's not my thing. Obviously I'm not great at it. Why would I just jump from one failure to like trying out the exact same thing again? I always told people the odds of them being successful at keeping their job. See, she never mentioned it. She never even said anything about like me keeping it. She said like, we're putting you on this 60-day performance improvement program. She did make a comment like, I believe you can actually succeed at this role. I believe you can actually make these improvements that we're listing here. I believe that you could actually become like a financial success at this job. But then she was like, if you want a letter of recommendation, if you feel like this time would be better spent looking for another job instead of coming to work every day, like, please let me know and we'll make, like, we'll try and make as much leniency for that as we possibly can. She was like, if you ever need a day off to just go take a job interview, like, let me know, I'll make it happen. So, like, she was leaning seemingly very heavily on the side of, you should be looking for new employment. And I was like, okay, hint taken. We have a quest that we were Eclipse holdouts. Carja Huntress was spotted roaming the wilds. Where's that at? Is it close? It is nowhere near us. Okay, good to know. How far are we from this? It seems like it's super far away too. Holy shit, it is. Why do I keep pressing that button? That's close. Why are we not going there? Stop pushing the button, man. Aloy must join Varl and Zoe in Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe, to seek permission to enter a sacred cave. If she can locate and recover Minerva inside, she may be able to reboot Gaia. Why don't we just go there? Why are we messing with side quests? Why are we wasting time with side quests? Find the Carja Huntress. We'll do that one first, and then we'll go do the main quest. Since it's, excuse me, since this is closer. Yeah, she's trying to help you out. Yeah, she does seem legitimately interested in helping me in my journey towards finding new employment. But that's what I'm struggling with. Like a lot of, and it's interesting that like that reminder from Facebook came up when it did today, like shortly after that conversation. Because it made me start thinking like most of, I would say probably 50% of the full-time streamers that I watch right now, the way they converted their channel into a full-time channel instead of just something they did for fun on the side was one particular one I can think of off the top of my head. He literally got fired from his job, very similar situation. And instead of like spending that time off looking for jobs and applying to jobs, he literally just started streaming on his channel like 10 hours a day every day. And I think within a month he had like so many.
I should get enough data to
cauldron. I haven't been in a cauldron yet. We should check it out. Like within a month of doing that, he had enough subscribers that he was like, I'm almost like replacing the income I had at the old job. And I was like, holy shit, that's pretty impressive. But for me, I don't really have the freedom of risking that because I have 2 kids. Like I'm a single dad, you know, like I have a lot of financial responsibilities that if I were to try and just throw caution to the wind and instead of apply to jobs, just like stream every day for 10 hours and it didn't work out, I'd be in a really bad place. Like, I would not be able to financially recover from that for a very long time, probably. Oh, hi. Hello. Didn't realize I had a visitor. No! Don't kill me! I'm not a bad person. I'm just drawn that way. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? You can't come in here. You can't. It's forbidden. I remember that from the first game. How do I open this?
These ledges look like they'll hold up.
Wow, I have almost enough financial freedom to do that. My anxiety would still be through the roof. If it failed, I would be devastated for the rest of my life. Just because of the failure or because of the financial impact? Because I don't know how anybody financially can, like, just do the idea of, oh, I'll just quit my day job and just stream for 12 hours a day and hope it works out. Like, I've never, as a single parent with all of the financial obligations that come with that, like, I never have savings, and that's a horrible truth, but it is what it is. So, like, literally, if I were to, because that's the mindset that came up in, or the thought, I should say, that came into my head after the conversation. You're about to enter a cauldron and won't be able to exit until you complete it. Make sure you're prepared. Ooh, this sounds risky. Maybe I don't want to do this right now. So that's kind of like one of the thought processes that came into my mind after I saw that Facebook reminder, is I was like, what if, instead of just staying at this job that I feel very, like, unmotivated to stay in for the next 60 days, like, barely do the work, because, you know, with the mindset that I'm in right now, like, do you really expect me to show up at work every day and, like, give it my all? Probably not. But I also know that if I show up and just slack off, they'll just fire me before the 60 days is over. So, like, the mindset kind of flickered just momentarily in my mind, where I was like, why don't I just go in tomorrow and just quit? Just be like, I'd rather use the 60 days to just, like, stream every day or start my job search. Like, just take hours of the day to, like, start looking for jobs instead of keep working there for 60 days and have, like, the last hour at the end of the night to start looking for jobs. But as soon as that thought came to my mind, like, just as quickly as it came to my mind, I was like, I can't afford to do that. What am I, an idiot? Like, I'd be fucking financially destroyed within, like, a week of not having a job. I don't know what I'm shooting. What is that? I was, like, talking myself out of it. I was like, what are you doing, you moron? Like, why would you even think that's a good idea? Yeah, let me go, let me just go quit tomorrow and have no savings in the bank whatsoever. That sounds like a genius idea. What the hell just happened? Okay, well, you're glitched. Good to know. I don't want to do this until we can get more healing items. If I can kill these guys take so long to die. Holy shit. Unless you do that, apparently. Why are they all glitching? Oh my god, they're all getting, like, sucked up into the building. I told you they're not supposed to be here. The game wasn't programmed for it. It doesn't know how to react. We might not have a conversation about requirements of needing to be there. From what you have told me tonight and previously, your boss really doesn't want to see something bad happen. Yeah, I actually was almost tempted after the conversation with her to just ask if, like, she could keep me on the payroll for 60 days and just let me not come back to work. But I thought that was, like, a really ballsy thing to request, so I kept it to myself. It was, like, on the tip of my tongue at the end when she asked me if I had any further questions. I was like, I'm tempted to ask if I can just, like, not come back and just, like, take the 60 days to go apply to new jobs. But I felt like that was a little, that was taking a little bit too many liberties at that point, I think. I'd just be like, hey, do you guys just mind just keeping my, you know, healthcare benefits and everything going for 60 days and just let me never show back up? Is that an option? Like, can I essentially just get paid for not doing anything for the next 2 months? That would be great. Thanks. You know what? Consider it. You think that bounce that around the old skull for a bit. Think about it, you know, get back to me.
I'll grab this now.
In the meantime, I will take the company vehicle and the company paid gas, and let me know. Let me know. It's just I take it personally because I've never actually failed at a job until now, and it hurts the pride a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, I kind of feel like they probably assume that I haven't been trying very hard because I have been doing it for like 2 years, and I guess you would assume that after 2 years of doing anything, you'd at least get like good enough at it to survive. But after 2 years, I'm just not very good at sales. So it's kind of led me to believe that sales is just not something I need to ever dive back into again. Doesn't hurt to ask, honestly, that or offer 30 days that way. Yeah, true. Maybe try for 30 days, and then if it just still isn't clicking, just be like, you know what? How about we just call it even, and I'll just go home for 30 days. You guys can pay me. It would have been really cool if I could get like a severance package, but apparently that doesn't happen when you're being fired. That usually only happens when you're, you know, being like laid off because of company circumstances, not necessarily fired because of a lack of performance. That's what those things do. They're repair pods. So they put them down so they can... That's why they're taking so long to kill. Holy shit. Finally makes sense. They're dropping those things on the ground so they can repair themselves as we're fighting. But yeah, like the last 48 hours since that conversation Friday, like these are the thoughts that have been swimming around in my head. Like, do I risk everything and just take like a week off work and just stream every day hoping something clicks and like I get like 100 subscribers? Probably not the greatest option. Then my other option was, do I just take up one of these sales company positions that are like reaching out to me and hope that I do better in sales this time? And then I also felt like that wasn't a very good option either, because I was like, if I failed at sales here, what makes me think I'd do any better someplace else? I just don't have the...
This wasn't such a good idea. Here we go again.
I just don't have the personality for sales, I think. I'm too soft-spoken, and I'm just too soft in general. Like, I'm not a cutthroat go-getter like the salespeople I work with.
That was fun. I need to find my way to the core.
And I'm very relaxed when I'm talking to clients. So, like, if they tell me they need to think about it or they need, like, some time to get back to me, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, everybody else I work with is like, why would you say that? Like, why don't you be like, no, it's now or never? And I'm like, because that's taking away their agency to make their own decisions. Like, that sounds like such a dick thing to say to somebody. And they're like, no, it's just how sales works. I'm like, oh, well, apparently I'm not cut out for sales. Like, I've literally had that conversation multiple times where they're like, why are you just giving people free reign to like just keep you on the back burner and get back to you when it's convenient for them? And I'm like, is that what they asked to do? Like, I don't see the problem here. What are you talking about? And people are like, no, you don't. Yeah. Close it right then and there, or you tell them, no, I'm not interested in helping you anymore. And I'm like, that seems like a really asshole thing to say to somebody. This place isn't difficult at all. Why was I so worried? So easy. Probably because it's the first one we found. Different lines of sales could make the difference. Yeah, somebody did mention that to me. They're like, maybe you just don't give a crap about selling the thing you're selling right now. And what it takes for you to succeed is to find a product that you actually believe in and care about to sell to people. Then I thought about it and I was like, I don't think there are any sales positions that let you sell video games to people. Outside of GameStop, you know, and from what I hear, GameStop doesn't pay jack. I actually looked into it. I tried to find out like how much GameStop pays managers, and it's like $35,000 a year, and I was like, that is very upsetting for multiple different reasons. shit. Got some small valuables. 35K, yikes. Yeah, that's what I thought when I read it. I was like, who would want that job? Like, you would really have to love being in a room filled with video games all day.
Near the gap.
Hello? Hello?
It's always good to have extra.
But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out, like, what kind of job I want to look for now, because after working someplace for 10 years, like, I guess it's just never dawned on me that, like, what else would I do? I just kind of assumed I was, as much as, like, I didn't like the job, because let's be honest, I've complained about working there for, like, 7 of the 10 years I've been there, but I just assumed that's what everybody does for their whole career. Then they retire someday, and they're like, ah, finally, I'm done with that piece of crap. So I just assumed I would just keep complaining about it, but also ride it out until retirement would be done. So now that I'm facing this, I'm like, I had never really considered having to go look for something else, so I have no idea what to look for. I'm like browsing Indeed, it's literally just hundreds of pages of jobs that I'm like, I don't qualify for any of this stuff.
More machines.
I have an English degree. Like, that's why I work where I work now. It's either this or teaching. I've been praying for you, if that's okay. Yeah, man, definitely. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate that. I am myself a big prayer advocate. I don't know how much I've ever talked about this on stream, if at all. But, like, I volunteer at my church in the children's ministry as a leader. And, I'm also a counselor, on a voluntary basis. I'm a counselor with my church. And then I've also been currently in the process of training to be a suicide prevention counselor. Oh, I almost didn't make it. So yeah, prayer is definitely welcome and appreciated. Thank you. I guess that's not really a topic that comes up a lot during streams, where it's like, oh, are you religious? Do you have Christ in your soul? Or in your heart, technically? Both, maybe? I feel like this hasn't been difficult at all, and it
That has to be the door.
really did not, you know, require that warning message that came up at the beginning of it. It made me very scared for apparently no reason. How do I get over there? That looks fancy. Looks like someplace I want to be. That is impressive. I couldn't do that stuff with my church. I will be honest, now that
Climb these vents if I time it right.
now that I've had the news that I've had, I kind of feel like it's way more than I should be taking on right now with my free time, all things considered. But now that I'm in it, I'd feel like really crappy if I just like called them all up and was like, hey, sorry. I know I like promised my time to, you know, volunteer to do this stuff, but I gotta back out. Hit you on the flippity flop. But I appreciate your kind words. Thank you very much. What is this? What? Why? Why here? Now? Weren't those just open a second ago? No? Am I crazy? Climb, climb. Yeah, I knew they were open a second ago. I'm not crazy. But we gotta hurry before they close again. You mean to tell me that after years and years of human life on this planet, nobody has ever just happened to find their way into one of these things and been like, what the fuck? Not a single Karja in the hundreds of years that humanity has been back on the planet has accidentally like excavated into one of these buildings and just kind of like shit themselves and been like, what is this? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hopefully it doesn't start me over. Like a car just sees this, just happened to be digging along in the desert, accidentally found themselves inside this thing and instantly like believed in the Matrix. The Matrix like never existed in any kind of cultural form in the Karja. But like just instantly their brain accepted it as reality. They're like, oh my god, we're in a Matrix. I don't want to climb it now because they're on. I know as soon as I was gonna say, as soon as I start climbing, they're gonna fall, I'm gonna die. I believe God gives you the amount of stress that you are able to handle. I have never really believed that much in the past because I'm very bad with stress. I don't handle stress very well at all. So I've always been the believer of like, oh, why are you putting so much on me? Like, this is way too much for me to handle. But like lately, because of all this other extracurricular stuff I've been doing and volunteering with, like I truly believe like I should have had a lot more faith in my abilities previously in life because I'm realizing like what I am capable of for probably the first time in my entire life. And like even hearing the news or having this conversation with my boss in previous times of my life would have sent me like spiraling downward. And for some reason, even with like a 60-day deadline on it, I'm just kind of like, you know what? I know something's gonna work out. Like I'm not too stressed about it. Even though technically every day I am kind of like stressed like hell, being like, I should probably at least have a plan of like what kind of job I want to apply for with only a 60-day deadline. But at the same time, for some reason, I have a very strange feeling of like contentment and be like, you know what, something's gonna work out. I'm not that worried about it. I also love how ammo and torches are found in caves, locked like Skyrim and Oblivion. Yeah. I've played the hell out of Oblivion. I got like every single achievement in Oblivion. I think it might honestly be the only game I ever like 100%ed in my life. Skyrim, I have never been able to get into. Ever. I've tried so many different times. I've rebought the thing on like so many different platforms. Full price every time. And I finally just gave up on it. I was like, look, it's never gonna click for me. There's no sense in trying to force it. I always lose interest at the exact same point, which is like after the very first dragon fight. And I think it's because how completely anticlimactic the dragon fight is. And you think, oh man, it's a dragon, sweet. Like they don't have dragons in Elder Scrolls game. This is a first, this is gonna be so epic. Then like you shoot it like 5 times with a bow and arrow, it dies and you're like, oh, well, that's not that exciting, so I guess I'm just not gonna play this game. That's pretty much the thought that came to my head anyway. I was like, so this is just what I'm gonna be doing for the next 40 hours, huh? Yep, not interested. Seems extremely boring. And I know that's, a lot of people love Skyrim. And I've even tried to play it in VR, because I've always had the opinion that anything in VR is like 10 times more enjoyable just because of the added, like... Are you about to see me? Just because of the added immersion, like any game in VR, in my opinion, is just instantly better. And I tried to play it in VR, and I got a little further. I got to the point where I got to High Hrothgar and talked to the elders. And I was like, you know what? It's still super boring. Like, even in VR, this game's boring as hell. I don't even know how that happens. Oh, that seems like a bad place to be. I put a lot of hours into it. I'm a fan of Bethesda. See, that's the thing, is I loved Morrowind, I loved Elder Scrolls. Have not liked any of the newer Fallout games, even Fallout 4, which I also tried in VR in hopes that it would make it more interesting. But haven't really liked any of their new games. I like all of their old games, like all of their like classic RPG games. I'm trying to get this frickin' thing off his back. Come on. Stop it. Oh, you ass. Damn! Hey, I rolled. I am quickly running out of healing items. Which is bad. You lost me! Ha ha ha, your back's gone, bitch. Ah! Stop. Being mean to me. Ah! Lose that arm, bitch. Help, he doesn't like being called bitch. Ah! I'm getting way too close. There we go. Finally. Good lord. I don't remember him being this hard to fight the last time. I've only fought 2 this entire game so far. I don't feel like there were that many in the first game either. I feel like 2's probably... I think they saved them until like the very end of the game after like your first encounter with it. You didn't really have another fight with one until like the very last section of the game. Ah, come on. I'm trying to break the frickin' shield so I can kill this guy. Yeah, that's right. Hey, how'd you see me? Other than the fact that I'm actively shooting arrows at you. Oh, I didn't even know. Apparently that's a super weak spot. Holy shit. Holy shit. Apparently if you shoot him under the belly, he's like super weak. Hey, nice, how's it going, man? Welcome to Horizon Forbidden West. We are currently failing somewhat. Does our Nusk stand for anything, or is it just random? Vertical shock traps are now available to craft and place. These special traps can damage flying targets as well as enemies on the ground, and will stun vulnerable targets with shock damage. I don't know why I suddenly just got the hiccups. I haven't eaten or drank anything in a long time. I think this thing scared them into me. Where did I even pick these up, or how did I learn these all of a sudden out of nowhere? Well, how do you explain that? Just random. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Not bad. We're at the core, guys. Let's go. Let's kill this cauldron once and for all so we can override some shit. Override tool recharging. Oh, cool. Thank you. Mind if I do? It makes me wonder if this game lets you override more creatures, because in the first game I'm pretty sure the only ones you could override were like the deer. I wonder if this game lets you like override everything. You can just collect them like Pokemon. I just wanted to say hi. I need to go sleep because I need to get up in 3 hours. Oh my gosh. Get some sleep, man. Everybody kind of got like messed up today because of the, you know, the daylight saving time. I know I did. Like, I thought it wasn't going to change until tonight. And I didn't go to sleep until like 1 a.m. Then I woke up from my phone alarm super tired, and all day I was like, why am I so damn exhausted? And then my kid, of all things, or all things, of all people, was the one that reminded me. He was like, well, the time changed last night, so you lost an hour of sleep. And I was like, oh shit, you're not wrong. Good night, Nusk. Thanks for stopping by. We will eventually, and I say this every time you come on here, we will eventually play Sekiro. I just was not ready for another like 70-hour frickin' heart attack. Oh, hello. I thought this was backwards because we went on the arm before, but I guess it's forward. My bad. What? Over here, arm. Over here. Ah! How do I... What? Where am I going? was a weird camera shift. What the hell happened there? Oh, I remember. You have to like fly on those things. I don't remember how to get on it though. Look on those guys. They're way over there. Find a jump off point someplace. This is the one we've already been on, right? Or am I just getting completely confused here? I feel like this is where we came from originally. We gotta go this way. Although, why was that bridge not open then? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm a lost toy.
Could try getting to that arm below.
Oh, I could do that. I could try that. Oh, wow. I did not think I timed that right. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now something. Now we do something. Now we use this to do a little something. We jump to that arm, I guess? Is that right? No, that's the one we jumped off. I am so lost and confused. Ah! Nope, that didn't do anything. Scanning for answers. Is that where I'm trying to get to? The vents? The vents! I think that's where I'm trying to get to, yeah. Don't close, don't close. I didn't even think of that before I got on these. Don't close, please.
That was close.
That scared me a little bit. Wait, we're right back where we started.
I should be able to hitch a ride on those metal carriages.
Oh, ow, ow. We made progress, guys. We got it. I guess if I was actually paying attention to the quest list, it said try to hitch a ride on these guys. I didn't realize that until just now. You know what I just noticed? I don't think we ever actually looted the pack that was on that guy's back. Oh well.
I made it this far.
Look at it on the way out.
Just have to hold on a little longer.
Good thing we don't have a stamina bar like the Breath of the Wild, right, guys? I'll probably want to let go before we get there. Yeah. Okay. Things glowing over here? I feel like the cauldrons in this game are way larger than the ones in the first game. I feel like we would have already been done and gone out by now. But then again, I have been kind of like going in circles for some of it.
Just have to get to them.
Whoa! What the hell? Scared me. Ooh, why? Stop! Stop! Jeez, she's jumping around like a jackrabbit. This is kind of cool. This is like way more in-depth than the ones in the first game. I said that as if I ever remember anything. I could just be completely misremembering all of it. Sweet. That's not really how you do that, but okay. What do I know? I'm not a professional rock climber. But that is how you do that.
Right.
It's square. I have to remember. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, game, because every time I try to do that, I launch myself off the wall instead. This is cool, man. I like this. Don't squash me, please. Nice. Get over here. Nice. Then jump on this Momo. Wait, what? Where'd you go?
Those metal carriers should get me to the floor.
Where'd you go? Come back! Oh, you son of a butt. Gotta grab onto the little, the handrail on the bottom of them. Yeah! I missed. Missed. Yeah! Got it. Can I get up? Oh, okay. This really does feel like the battery section in the Matrix. That's what I'm saying. Pretty much is.
About those machine overrides.
Yeah. I don't need dramatic pauses, okay? Just get me where I'm going. We're there. Probably want those. Probably want to actually, switch to this too. While we are at it. Holy cow, my camera is perfectly lined up so you can see the override tool recharging sign. Who would have known? Who would have ever guessed I actually did something right on a stream? Holy shit.
I've never seen machines stored like that. Guess it's deactivated for now.
But in the defense of my usual character of not doing something right on the stream, it did take me like the first 3 streams to move my camera in the first place. That seems to be a pattern. I never notice I'm blocking important information until like halfway through the game. Elden Ring, I still remember I blocked like the frickin' XP or whatever it is for like the first 40 hours of the game. Can't remember what they call it in that game. It's not souls in that game. It's something. Definitely something.
I'll need these later for sure.
Why do I feel like I'm about to have to fight that god? Or is that one of the gods? No, that's
I'm not getting those overrides without a fight.
What is that? Wide maw. Well, that's not very nice. That's body shaming. I'm not here for it. Shoot his butt off! I'm always after the butts. Always after the butts. Wide maw, please. I'm trying to shoot your butt off. Okay. Well, we need ammo. For starters. Okay, let's do that. After the butt. After the butt. Shoot his ass off. Ah! Holy shit. What kind of alligator does that? Ah! Wait, this isn't an alligator, is it? It's a hippo. Ah! Stop, hungry hippo. Wait, no, it's not a hippo. What the hell is this supposed to be? I don't really know. Ooh. Help! There's 2 of them! What the fuck? Why? Show me your butt. I want it. I want your butt. Where your stomach works. What the hell? Seems bad. I didn't know there were 2. Holy shit.
The machine's got backup.
Yeah, I see that. Why is nothing glowing on him? There we go. Okay. I like knowing where the weak spots are. Yep, that's bad. That's bad. That was very, very bad. I have a feeling this fight's gonna take us a couple tries. A Hoover vacuum, yeah, that's what he is. It's the animal version of a Hoover vacuum. I can actually feel like the remote mimics like being pulled in when he does that inhalation thing. It's kind of weird feeling. Give me a butt. I don't know which one I've been shooting. Oh, that one. Okay. Answers that. Ah! That's new. I don't like it. The one on the left is the one I've been shooting. You ass. They always get me with like the last one. Alright, let's try this. I don't know if it's going to do anything to him. We'll give it a shot. Oh, the one's behind me. I hear him. Haha, you're an idiot. Oh, you actually hit me, you son of a bitch. Craft! Hurry! You stupid idiot. Alright. I get it. You're not weak to anything that I have. I get it. I understand. Just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and survive. Shoot his butt, shoot his butt, shoot his butt! Why is his butt not doing anything? That's a really weird thing to say out loud. Why is his ass not doing anything? Yeah, that's right. His mouth is definitely not a weak spot. If anything, it's probably like the... Oh my god! Probably like the anti-weak spot. Oh, when he opens his mouth, you can shoot in it. Good to know. I want to shoot your ass off. Did I shoot his ass off? I did! I got his booty! By the end of this playthrough, we're gonna get an achievement for picking up every ass. For collecting every monster ass in the game. I found his weakness. When he sucks, you throw everything you got into him. Gotta shoot him when he sucks. Suck, bud. Suck. Suck me. Come on, give me the suck. Give me the suckage. Suck me. Suck me right now. Do it. Okay, I probably don't want to do it when he's shooting. Probably preferred to be done when he's sucking. Right there, suck! Don't let him suck it. Okay, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! We're dead. We're not dead. We're still alive. Get him while he's sucking! Got him. Get him while he's sucking! Didn't work. Didn't work. Shit. Don't let him suck! Don't let him suck! Well, now there's only one, though. This should be way more manageable. Why does he not have a weak spot in his mouth and the other one did? Seems weird. Haha. I also shot your butt off. I don't know why that is a personal goal of mine, but it just always seems to be like the most valuable resources on their hiney. Shoot you in the eyeball. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Oh shit, he actually didn't like that. I think that's also a weak point. Shoot your other ass off. Stop, I'm trying to shoot your butt. I want your butt. I want your butate. Ah! Give me that booty. I got his ass! I would expect their butts to be the exhaust. No, that's their vacuum turbine, apparently, their butts. Or their vacuum turbines. Yeah, see that? Very, very technical terminology used in this game. Can't just call them robot butts. Anything else to loot? I know there's other pieces around here somewhere, because I had pieces falling all over the place. Oh, nothing? Ah, there we go. That's not a piece. Is that really all I shot off of him after all that? Just 3 pieces? Holy shit. Guess so. We did it first try! Woohoo! Never underestimate yourself.
Looks like Festus has been following the security gate.
First core overridden trophy earned, by the way. I can ride on the ferrets and the scroungers and the grazers. Holy shit.
Some of the data's been corrupted.
Corrupted override unlocks Scrapper. Fanghorn. What the hell?
Machines I haven't seen before.
What the hell? Why am I able to override so many things? No way you only shot off 3 pieces? Well, we'll never know now. Apparently we're going upstairs. Why am I able to override like every enemy we've seen so far after one cauldron?
The data I got from that should be able to override this machine.
I'm not gonna complain, but gosh, that seems like super powerful. Slash marker me?